Hi, this is Derek Haverland, Upper School Visual Art, here to talk to you about how using flipped classroom video opportunities can be an advantage for you and both the students. The idea is that any video that you would create is something that would be essential information for all students to know that reduces your need to repeat or be redundant in information that you share. It provides a source for students to go back to that information anytime they need to with the assistance of a web-enabled device. And for your own benefit, you can produce handouts to make sure that students are watching the video, and if they don't have access to an electronic device at the time, they have a resource that they can be looking at and using that shows that they have the understanding from watching the video and apply that in the classroom. So the question is, why would videos like this be made? The idea is that it combines both visual and verbal learning. A concept can be both explained and demonstrated on screen. Depending on the student's level of grasping the concept, they can pause the video to do the work on their own. They can rewind the video to review a concept or rewatch if it's a concept that hasn't been applied for a couple of weeks and they need to go back and revisit. As a teacher, I find that this creates a better opportunity for me to be using class time not so much to give the concepts out, but rather to answer clarifying questions, give the students more time to work in class on those concepts, and then work individually with students going more in depth with those concepts based on where I see their skills or they're struggling. So the question is, what's needed to actually create a flipped video? The basic hardware things would be things like yourself and a quiet space to record. Camera, something as simple as an iPhone and a tripod, all the way to something like Hovercam. You can even be using the camera built right into your laptop. Good source of lighting so that all visuals can be seen very clearly. And then whatever instructional materials you're going to be using for the demonstration. In terms of software, the things you could use are PowerPoint slides. There's an application online called Screencast-O-Matic, found at screencast-o-matic.com. What I find great about it is that it allows you to record full screen, it allows you to use the webcam, or use both, which is why you can see me down here. Editing can also be carried out further in iMovie if you're familiar and comfortable with that. And then last, something like YouTube and creating a YouTube channel is a great place to be storing, archiving, and providing those videos for access to your students. So in terms of how to record, one of the most important things to do is plan ahead. And one of the best ways I've found to do that is to actually use basic post-it notes. Using those post-it notes, you can write out every step that you plan on making in the video, a separate note. Then reviewing all those steps that you have on the individual notes, rearrange them to make sure that you're presenting the information in the best way possible. This is also a good time to look at how long you think this video might be based on all the steps and instructions. If it seems like the video is going to be too long, you might look for areas to actually insert pauses. These pauses might then end up becoming part of a sequential labeling process where the video is broken down into segments. 1 out of 2 videos, part 2 of those 2 videos, so that students have sensible areas to take a break or go back and refer to the first half of the presentation or the second half of the presentation. At this point, you're ready to record. Once the recording is done, you can go back and do any sort of editing you need. Like I mentioned before, iMovie is a great place where pauses can be removed. You can do overlaps where instead of seeing your PowerPoint video, you can put up a still image. You can show a time lapse to show a lengthy segment being condensed to a short process, for example, a chemical reaction. And then in the end, once the video is complete, publish it and upload it. My favorite thing to use is a YouTube channel. One step beyond putting actual videos on YouTube is to actually create an identity for yourself where you can place all of your uploads. Within that YouTube channel, you're then allowed to create specific playlists, which allows you to create videos and store them almost like folders based on categories. So for my classes, drawing, digital art, computer graphic design, and global cities, I can create folders or individual playlists where students can access particular skills and techniques. Then, inside of those channels and those specific playlists, videos can be shown in any categorical order, including fragmented videos showing step 1, step 2, and step 3 of 3. You are welcome to take a look at the information that I've provided on my YouTube channel for Latin school students at youtube.com/user/haverlatin. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at dhaverland@latinschool.org. Thanks for watching.